Barbara's here. Hello, Barbara. She's
Hi,
gonna play
Barbara.
with magicals this morning. Yay, magicals. I am gonna go over here and check this. I think that's working. Yay, everything's working. I
All
think.
right. I'm
Well,
gonna
you
have to
never
up the
know.
volume a little bit.
I've been checking it twice because every once in a while it does not work.
Yeah, I do the
Um,
same thing.
I've had it not work a couple of times. There we go. Looks like it's working. So I have to show you guys. Okay, this is the bones. This is the little skulls. I tore it. It's my fault. I tore it. It's the little skulls. And this is the little ghosties.
The
And
little ghosts
they're,
are really cute.
yeah, and they're orange. This one's purple. And this one's black. And this one's orange.
Hi, Sherry. Hi, Brittany.
And yes, I ate the candy. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Brittany. Hi, Barbara. I ate the candy. My husband said, "So you bought candy just to get the wrappers?" I said, "No, I wanted the candy, but
Yeah.
now I have the wrappers." Hi, Becky. So now I have the wrappers. Okay, let me see. You're gonna work on the inside of your book, right?
Yeah. I just
Okay.
realized for some reason I didn't get these in my book. I didn't punch the holes in them. That's weird. I just didn't pick them up, I guess, when I took the others in the house to
Took the
punch
others
holes
in
in
the
them.
house. Hmm.
Anyway, I'm going to use, I think, some of these papers to do
To
in
do the
here.
inside. Oh yes, that'll be pretty. Making cupcakes for Greg's 35th birthday.
Woo! Happy birthday,
Yay!
Greg! Hi,
Yep.
Becky.
Did I say hello to Brittany? I hope so. Hello, Brittany. Okay, I have another paper bag, which means I need to, because I decided I'm going to put these paper bags in as part of the signature. So, signatures.
Oh.
Oh, what? It's
Yeah, wrong size.
just a tiny bit too short, is it?
Just a tiny bit. Didn't quite
Oh,
work. I may do it like this.
okay. Becky's making cupcakes, and Barb is playing with magicals. Don't know what everybody else is doing, but we're glad you're here to visit. But Mom had her doctor visit today, and doctor took her off parts of her medicine,
That's
which
always nice.
we kind of had a feeling that was going to happen. I think her blood sugar's been getting a little low. Um, and doctor said, yeah, low blood sugar is worse some respects than high blood sugar when you get to be 90 because then it makes you fall down.
Yes, I was gonna say I haven't had majorly high blood sugar. I've but I can see that I know the low can cause an issue
Yeah,
too.
yeah. Well, Mom's has been very controlled. It was her A1C was 5.8, and Debbie said this morning that for her age we can go clear up to 8. So she said over control is just not a good thing for Mama anymore. So
Yeah.
which will be good because the other day when I took her to get labs, it just about did her in to go without food in the morning. So Sherry's crocheting on a blanket. Yay!
Cool.
Okay, so these are going to be in my signature, and they're like little pockets that will be in the signature. And I guess the first thing we need to do is ink the things everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. Ink, 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 ink.
Ink, ink, ink.
Yeah.
I'm gonna glue,
Well,
glue, glue.
yeah, because if I ink, then I don't forget to ink.
Yeah, and forgetting to ink is frustrating.
Yeah. Hmm. Now it doesn't show up a lot on a paper bag, but it shows up a little. And look, a different package of those fluffy things, and they're not falling apart. So there's
Yay!
got to be some there's got to be something wrong with that one package. So I still haven't written to them yet, but I'm going to, because that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
How's your voice? Barbara wants to know.
Oh, it's okay at the moment. We'll see how it does after I've been on here a while.
Hi,
It
Holly.
comes and goes. I haven't had any trouble with it so far today, but I haven't, talked a lot either because I've been doing other things. When I went and got my pedicure, I took a book.
Oh, see, that's the reason for the pedicures, to get to sit and do nothing but
It
read
was
a book.
nice.
You
It
know.
was nice.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Uh,
Just sit there. Uh-huh.
yep, yep. I enjoyed it for sure.
Well, I've been having to lay flat in the afternoons quite a bit this last week or so. My back's just doing its thing, and so I've been actually reading on my phone because it's easier to hold when you're laying flat on your back on the floor.
That's true. Books can be heavy.
Uh-huh. Okay, so that side's done. Now we just need to do this side.
I don't know how I'm getting really some good wrinkles in this.
Oh, good wrinkles. Uh-huh.
We're
Well,
gonna we're gonna be happy with it instead of feeling like it's um, a failure to
that's
do it right. We're gonna just
okay. That's called,
say we love them.
it's called texture. It's not called wrinkles. It's called texture. And
Okay.
when you call it texture, it's there on purpose.
Okay. There you go. It's texture.
It's texture. It's texture.
Uh
Uh-huh. Texture.
Well, I do like
Uh-oh.
texture.
Hallie's tablet's running slow.
Uh-oh.
I just realized how tight I am in here. I might be a little, that might be a little snug.
Yeah. I was thinking, man, I'm close up, but I'm really not close up. I'm just got a big thing.
Yeah. Hi, Julie. Well, that, and I have to tell you, mom has these vines in her carport, and I don't usually pull into the carport because her car has always been there. Well, because her car's not there, I pulled in under the carport so that um,
Hi,
I could
Julie.
just pull up closer for her, kind of thing. One of those silly vines poked me in my ear. It's
Oh
like,
dear.
okay, no. So my ear is kind of funky. I just had to change headphone thingies. It's
Yeah.
like, I think that ear says it doesn't want anything poking in it today.
I don't blame it. It's been assaulted enough.
Yeah, it was like, oh my gosh, don't poke my ear. Hello, Mike. I have
Hi,
to put the
Mike.
volume down low for a little while. Okay. Hi, Brenda.
Hi, Brenda. Holly, I'm not sure if I said hi to you or not, but I'm glad that you're here.
I hope I did say hi. I don't know. Lisa is working on her cover
My
for
breed
her
study notebook.
breed study notebook. And I'm working on some pockets for my paper bag journal. So, hi, Linda. Actually, what I'm doing is avoiding being hot.
There you go.
Oh,
Me too.
man.
Luckily, I have good air conditioning out here because it's really hot.
Well, I just turned down the air conditioner to our nighttime temperature, which is, much cooler than my daytime temperature. So,
Ours just stays the same temperature all the time. We just
well,
put it on 78 and leave it there.
I turn mine up to about 79 during the day and down to 76 at night. Um, it would run 24/7 if I left it at 76 all day.
Yeah.
Hi, Teresa.
Well, they would freeze
Uh,
me out if it was at 76 all day at my
yeah.
house. 70, 70. Sometimes it gets moved. I'll look in there and it's at 77, and I'm like, well, no wonder I'm freezing.
Uh
And
huh.
everybody
Yeah.
else is okay. But for some reason, that difference between 78 and 77
It's
makes a
cold.
difference to
Yeah.
me.
Mhm. Well, and that's why when I come in now, in the other part of the studio space, if I'm sitting at my table, the 79 is fine. But this corner over here, for some reason, I get very warm over here.
It's not fine there.
Yeah, yeah, it's just, it gets very warm over here. Oh, same. Your AC is at 70. Well, that's because your blood is so thick.
Yeah, from wintertime, you just got some leftovers.
I was gonna say, yeah, 70 is hot for you. Yeah. Oh, Teresa's got hers cleared down to 64. Nope, nope, I'd be frozen solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and different air conditioners.
Do different things too. That's
Yeah,
true.
the thermostat. Um, our other one, we had to have it on 81 for the same
Yeah,
temperature that we get at 78 on this one.
yeah. To
So
be comfortable, right?
yeah,
Hmm.
to be comfortable. And
So,
in the wintertime, we leave it on 72.
oh heavens, mine is usually set around 68 in the winter.
But
Um,
if we do
Otherwise
it
stuff
that
is
way,
too.
it's the same temperature most of the year.
Uh-huh. Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Well, oh, you need to. Did we tell you that Jeff caught the possum? And did I tell you
No.
about that? Oh, yes. Okay. All right. So you may not have been there. Okay. We had to have critter control come.
Oh my goodness. I didn't.
Oh,
I was
yes.
not around. I didn't know about critter control.
Yes. Critter control had to be called um, because we've had an issue ever since we got back from our trip. I knew something was in the attic. But Jeff had been up there and he'd baited and he'd put out traps. Well, one night a week and a half ago, I think about that long, it kept us up all night. Um, and I swear to you that night it got a mouse. So before it was all over, Jeff caught the possum. So we figured we got the predator, but we didn't get the prey. Anyways, they came today to put out different kinds of baits and different kinds of traps. And then they're gonna seal up all the holes, and they're gonna put stuff all around the base of the house and all kinds of things like that because I'm not dealing with it. And Jeff could spend the rest of his life putting that stuff up, you
Yeah.
know, finding all those little spaces. And um, if they do this, I have a warranty that says I will not get another one. If I do, they have to come back. So
Well, that's good.
anyhow, so they're supposed to be here every couple of days for the next couple weeks.
Well, my stepsister, my sister friend, um, they had raccoons in their attic,
Hmm.
and they called animal control to bring them some traps, and she brought these traps out, and Darla said, "This raccoon's not even going to fit in that trap." And they were like, "Oh no, we do. This is what we do for raccoons all the time. They're not as big as you think." And she goes, "No, I promise you, this raccoon will not fit in that trap." And so they set up a camera and they watched that raccoon come out. And the lady said, "That raccoon's as big as a dog." She said,
Yep.
"That is the biggest raccoon I've ever seen." So didn't have a trap big enough for it. So they had to, they put in a new kind of thing where once it got outside the house, it couldn't get back in.
It couldn't get back in, and that's what they're doing with the
And
things.
there were like 4 or 5 of them up there, like a family living up there.
Oh no.
And so when they got 2 or 3 of them out, they trapped 2 or 3 of them, and then that one, no, I don't think they trapped any of them actually, because 2 or 3 of them came out and they put that in, then those couldn't get back in, and so the other ones came out because that was their family,
Right.
and so they got rid of them like that. But they'd tried everything, that they knew to do up to that point. And but when they brought out that trap, she was like, "There's no way. I've seen that raccoon. It's not fitting in that trap."
Yeah. Um, I would freeze at 64 too, Mike. And here's the problem: we are the only house in the entire neighborhood that doesn't have a dog. Every house around us, everywhere, has dogs. And so the cats come in the yard, and the possums come in the yard. The coons come in the yard.
Yeah.
Everything thinks our yard is the safe haven. So, um,
Well, we've had possum in the yard, and we've had a fox in the yard. We have cats all the time. Even when we had a dog, the cats came. They would just like taunt him, and when he would come out the door, then of course they would leave.
uh-huh. Yep, yep.
But the little fox, that was kind of a surprise.
Well,
Hannah
we
took
don't
a
have any.
picture of it because nobody would believe her.
Oh, yeah.
She goes, "I know it's a fox." Oh no, it's probably a dog. No, it was a fox.
It was a fox. Yep. Well, we haven't had any foxes here. Of course, we had a giant deer in our yard and a okay, mountain lion. Mountain lion. I think that's what it was. Um, yes, Becky, I agree. A possum, and they eat mice. So having
As long as
them
they're not in your
outside,
house, they're good.
yeah, as long as they're not in my house. But this one was in my house, so there.
Yeah.
And Jeffrey was just going to let it go, and I said, Jeffrey, don't let that thing go because um we have something a little bigger, but a little quiet, but pretty quiet, Mike. Um, the but I he doesn't normally like to dispose of them because they eat anything. Jeffrey didn't think they would eat mice, and I said I'm pretty sure they do. And when I looked it up, they will eat anything. Hi, Cindy. Um, that is Cindy, isn't it? I
Yes.
didn't mess up. Okay. Whew. Okay, so
I was looking down, so I.
I'm gonna put this in my signature
Hi, Cindy.
somewhere.
Glad you're here.
Uh-huh. Yep, yep.
Putting
I
these
think
all
this is
wrinkled
gonna
up dyed
go
papers and
that.
textured dyed papers.
And probably it's gonna go in there like that. So that's gonna be good. But I'm gonna put some on.
That's true, Mike. He says chickens kill the ticks and insects too, and they're more attractive than possums.
Well, that's true, and not only that, you can eat them.
And they give you
Of course,
eggs.
you can eat possum too.
That's true. You can. I haven't and
Okay.
probably won't, but you can.
Yeah, yeah. Um, Possum is one thing I have not eaten. Now, Jeff has seen it cooked, and I think he's eaten it before, but I won't guarantee that at all. When we lived in South Dakota, we had a possum and raccoon cemetery because we had a lot of trouble with them. Okay, let's see here. That is too little. These are all too little. Let me see. That's too little. Okay. This would work. It would be pretty.
I wish I had thought to round the corners on the other side, but I didn't think of it till I got over here.
Oh, hi, Ann.
Hi,
So then
Ann.
Lisa is working. Let me make your big. Lisa, show her the outside. Lisa
I'm
is
working on a
finishing up
notebook
her
to keep my
notebook.
breed study in.
Mhm. And so she's finishing. What she did was she took last week. She took a regular notebook and peeled the plastic off of it, and now she's covering it up. And I am making a little paper bag journal with all of the little papers that Dana sent to me. I've been working on it for a few days now. Oh, that's okay. Tanya, make this go back to normal. There we go. Oh, thank you, Mike. Yes, thumbs up would be very much appreciated. Um, Dana sent us some really cool papers, and so I'm just kind of figuring out which ones are big enough to use. And problem is, if I use this one, I'm gonna lose a bunch of it to make the pretty part. So I may not use that one, but
It's
use
hard.
that.
That one was hard. That's what made me decide, I'm not going to put these in the signatures. I'm going to use them for
Uh-huh.
decorations.
Well, and
So,
that's the thing. I can I've got other papers, so there's no reason I have to use that one.
right.
Oh,
Okay. I have a question for you, Tanya.
all right.
We decided out here I'm going to use my green Stabilo pencil,
Right.
but I
Hi,
was thinking
Rhonda.
about doing in here too, but I was going to just
Uh-huh.
use the brown one. What do you think, or should I use green in here too? Hi, Rhonda.
Well, on screen that looks pretty pink.
It is pretty pink. It's avocado.
Okay. I might use the brown one inside.
Alrighty. Well, that's what I was going to do. So
Okay.
thanks for agreeing with me. Makes it
Okay.
easier when people agree with me.
You don't have to listen to anything I say. Oh, paper bags are, yes, and this is a cute paper bag. This is actually a liquor bag, a wine bag. So it was longer. And so what I did was is I cut the side out of this, so I have a pocket that goes right there, and then I cut a little spot right here, so I have a pocket that goes right there. And did I say hi? I hope so. I agree, Anne, completely. So I'm going to put two signatures in there. And right now what I'm doing is I've got two more little plain lunch sack paper bags. And I cut them down. And I'm going to put one of these papers on them so that they can go in the signature. So what I have to have, though, is 4 pieces. I have to have 4 pieces for each one of these bags. So I'm not sure what I want to do because I'll have to have that. But I think that's about all I've got. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's. Or I could put um coffee dyed paper on those. Or I could use napkins on those if I had one
Options,
that I
lots of
like.
options.
Yeah, that way if she does it and doesn't like it, she can say, "Well, Tanya said."
There you go.
Uh-huh. Yep, yep. She could. Okay,
Well,
you ladies are smart. How to use watercolor pencils. Um, Very much like we use the Stabilos or the
ink
ink
tints.
pens. Um, I don't necessarily use them, so you can put them down like she's doing with that pencil and then water over it. It just is not permanent the way a Stabilo or a ink tint is. Okay, these are not. Hmm, these maybe not what I want. Maybe this. I don't think the eggs. It doesn't look Victorian enough. Oh, I know exactly what I want to use. I'll be right back.
Exactly.
Exactly. Oh yes, I know exactly what I want to use.
Hi,
Exactly.
Letitia. Hi, Shelley. I'm
Hi,
glad y'all are
Letitia.
here. Hi, Teresa.
Kelly. No worries, Julie. That is good to have you here. Yes, it is. So you draw with them or color with them, and then usually use like water over them to spread them out. But I think you could pick them up off the tip of the pencil the way I do with the ink tints too, I think.
Probably. I've never tried it that way, but I bet you could.
Yeah, but back in the day when I used them on cards and stuff, they I usually just drew with them and then watered them down. Of course, my foot is itching, itching, itching. Mm, sorry, guys, but I have to go to the other room to get exactly what I want. I know
All
exactly
right.
what I want to use in here because it'll be perfect. It'll
We'll be
tie
here.
in. It won't make the bag quite so heavy, and it will be fun. And if Lisa thought about it, she'd know because she has a piece or two. If she's used it all up, she should tell me.
Hmm. Well, I haven't even been trying to figure it out. I was just waiting for you to tell me. I did. It's not really it's a piece of cardboard. It's a piece of cardboard, but I painted it. I got just like a basic something done, but I haven't gone back and done any detail stuff. Just grass and sky and clouds and mountains. But it looks prettier than the old messed up, where the cardboard had just been inked and painted and stuff like that. So,
There, don't you think? Hi, Janet.
oh yeah, that'll be great.
Yeah, and that'll save my card stocks for tags and stuff.
Tags. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because
That's
you
what I
know
was
how you love
thinking.
tags.
Yep, yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that will work nicely. And it won't make this so much heavier because my uh oh, those things. Signatures are going to get very fat.
Yeah, that's true.
Teresa, did we give you any ideas at all on how to use those watercolor pencils? Hope so. Okay, I need to measure this. I need to measure it carefully.
Hannah uses watercolor pencils to draw what she's going to paint with
Right.
watercolors. And that way it kind of the drawing kind of disappears into your painting.
Ah, okay. Okay. If we go 5 inches by, oh, perfect. 4 by 5. That's what I need. I need 8 pieces that are 4 inches by 5 inches. I wonder if this is going to cut as badly as the last thing I tried to cut.
Yeah, she's a pretty smart girl. She's not going to be doing much art for a little while. She's decided to add guitar lessons to her music theory and sight singing classes that she's taken. So it'll be the first time she's ever been doing enough stuff. She won't have much time for art. So we'll see how that goes. But she's excited about it though, and she likes the instructor that teaches the classes, and she thinks she's going to like the guitar instructor too. So
Well, and that's a huge part of it, you know.
yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, the very first day in class, she had to get up and sing in front of people. And I think at some level she knew she was going to have to do that, but I don't think she had really thought much about it.
Mm-hmm.
But she didn't expire. She survived it. So she said it,
That's
it
what
can
I
only get
mean.
better, right? I said, that's right. It can only get better. So,
You're right, Teresa. Liking it is half the battle. And Anne's right. Art will always be there for her. It will. It
yeah.
won't go away. Okay.
It's always been her go to relaxing thing. So I think she's going to enjoy having music as something she can go to as well.
Hmm.
Okay, well, here's the inside.
Wait, wait. Let me make it big. It's easier. Wait.
Okay.
They can. There's the inside. Very cool.
And I don't think I'm going to do anything else to it at the moment because I don't know what it would be, to
Yep.
decorate it in here. But
Yeah.
I might
Well.
find some things sometime that I want to add in there. But pictures of sheep or something, I don't know.
Yeah. As you're working through your study,
Yeah.
you know.
Thank you, Janet. I'm glad you're here. I just now noticed you were here. Sorry about that. So
And guys,
now,
we will be on Lisa's channel Thursday at 2.
yes, Thursday at 2, 2
So now you're going to do that outside.
with green on the outside. And you may go back to both of us.
I will in a minute. I got my
Oh, okay.
hands full.
Okay.
Sorry.
Sorry.
That's all right. I'm trying to cut tissue paper and make it straight. Yeah. You
That's
think
hard to
that's going to
do.
happen?
It wouldn't
Yeah.
here. I mean, I would
Put
cut it,
a
but it
big
wouldn't be
pair
straight.
of smiling lips inside the front cover, and that way you will get a smile out of every time you look at it. There you go. Ah, funny. Too funny. Funny, funny, funny. Okay, let's see now.
I'm not sure
I
this is
don't
a smiling
usually
lips
cut.
kind of book.
I don't usually cut tissue paper, so we'll see how it's going because I think I may have torn it right there. Okay. Oh, and this is only going to be 4 pieces. Doggone it. Oh, well, it'll work. It'll sort it out. Yeah, that'll work. Have to do that all over again. Oh.
You can do it, Tanya. We have faith.
Well, I had to figure out to use the tissue paper instead of something else, right? I could have used the cardstock.
The tissue paper will be cute.
That is going to make that whole cover stand out so much different than it did already.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's going to be good.
It's gonna make it pop.
Well, we want it to pop.
Oh yes, you do. You gotta have it popping. Okay, let's see how bad I tore that little corner and if I'm going to freak out over it. Nope, I am going to leave it just like it is. Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. What's the matter?
It's no biggie. I
Okay.
just drew someplace where I didn't really want to, but it's not a big deal. There's a lot of green on that paper anyway, so.
Okay.
I may have to sharpen this thing.
I'm constantly having to sharpen mine. And I have more than one. You'd think that I had enough. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can get this down on the page.
Rhonda says, Tanya, you can use vellum, and if it's the kind that takes heat embossing is very cool on vellum.
Oh, yes. Vellum would work, but I had the tissue paper. um, that was the thing is I had that particular tissue paper I didn't want to make this too thick because I'm going to put it in my signature. So, okay, make sure you turn that upside down, Tanya. Not put it up there wrong. I had thought about using a napkin and I was too lazy to go through the napkins, which I have just recently done a change in how I'm storing my napkins so that hopefully that will make it easier.
Oh, sounds interesting. Do you do a video?
No, I did not. I am just trying to find the floor in my studio is all. But I have way too many napkins. The thing of it is that when they're in the packages and you have, too many, it's kind of hard to. Um, I'll show
Julie
you.
says I can comment now. What happened? Why couldn't you comment before?
Oh, she was getting ready for work and she didn't have her glasses on.
Oh, okay. I was getting worried.
Mhm. I'll go get one of the packages. But what I did was and Jeffrey helped me the other day. Um, we took 3 out of each package because 3 is all I would ever probably use in a project.
Right.
And so we took 3 out of each package, and I'll show you. And then that way I could put the bulk of them up high where I don't have to get to them. But the packages of 3 each are now down, and I'll show you how I put them. However, I used all of these up and I don't have any more, so I can't put anything else away in them. Oops, I didn't close my glue. That's what Tanya said. Oh, okay. Okay,
Thanks, Dana. I'm
hi
glad you're
Dana.
here.
These are those really fat um, document envelopes from Dollar Tree.
Oh yeah, I remember you showing those.
Uh
I
huh.
still have. Of course, I've only been to Dollar Tree once since you showed them, but I haven't seen them.
Well, there's one in your package, but they did not have
Oh,
any
thank
more
you.
today. They didn't have any more today, but they'll have them again, I'm sure. They're a jot thing. So
Yeah.
what I did was all of the packages are put in containers and put up high, and now I have like little stacks that have three of each.
Oh yeah.
So I can just go like that and look at them all and get out what I want, and not have to have the whole box and get all the packages and move all the packages around and the likes of that. It's just a matter of trying to put the bulk of things up where I can get down the things that I want to use to where I can reach them.
Right.
That's and then get the junk up off the floor. The floor is the issue. Did Lisa see your question? Probably not.
Oh no, Julie, I'm sorry. Let me go back and find
Lisa,
it.
what we'll be using? Okay,
I'm doing a breed study on sheep breeds where I'm getting some kinds of sheep. It's just a like 4 or 6 ounces of a fleece, not a whole fleece. But I'm doing as many of the different sheep breeds as I can do from fleece to making yarn, and I'm almost finished with the first one, which is Romney, and I'll put a video up so you can see. I've got just a little bit more to do, and then I'll have that video put up. But I'm wanting to try out as many different kinds of fleece as I can, so I can decide what is it I really like to spin, and what different things might different fleeces be good for. Because there's a lot of things you can do with different wools besides knit a shawl or a scarf or a hat. And since I don't knit, that's a good thing, I guess. Of course, I could
mm,
crochet those things, and I can weave some of those things, and I will be doing some weaving and some crochet. And I may try to learn to knit again too. I learned for a moment, but as soon as I got my
well,
project done, I promptly forgot.
you really might want to look at the European way to do that. You might find it easier since you're left-handed,
Yeah.
and it's supposed to be much faster than the way I knit. I knit the way my mama taught me, and that's you know. Rhonda, yeah, it was peer pressure. It's called what is that? It's called enabling. I'm afraid it's called enabling. That's what it's called. I enabled her. Uh, yep, enabler viral persons. There you go.
Yay, Dana.
Yay!
That's great.
Craft enabler. There you go. That's our
Linda says thumbs, everybody. Yeah, we like
yeah.
to
I was going
enable
to say,
people.
Rhonda enabled me seriously one day. And if we get near Branson, then we'll have to go back. But that's the thing. And Branson's kind of in the middle of the country, so
Yeah, and
it,
Dana enabled you in this project and me in
yeah,
what I'm working on Monday nights. So we're not the only
yeah,
enablers. There are
yeah.
lots of
See,
enablers.
uh-huh. Yep, yep.
Okay, so here's the with the green.
Wait 1 second. I'll make you big. I just gotta get this laid down before I.
Oh, it's okay. I don't have to be big. I can just do this.
Okay, but it's fun to see the whole thing.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh, goodness, Brittany. Do you mind if we pray for her right now, Brittany? Would that be okay with you? Is it all right if I pray for your mom? Okay.
There it is.
Heavenly Father, we thank you so much that we can come together and we can lift up the people that we love in prayer and that you will listen and you will hear. And Lord, right now we lift up Brittany's mom. We pray that the ambulance, EMTs and the paramedics and the doctors that she will see when she gets to the hospital, that they will all have your wisdom flowing through them, that they will have steady hands and they will be able to explain things to her so she's not afraid, and that they will be able to help her get well. And Lord, we pray for Brittany that she will have peace, because I know right now her heart is scared and hurting. And we just pray that you will give her your peace, and she will know your hand is on her mom. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Okay. I think I've decided. Well, no. Guess we got to finish this piece first. We have to finish that piece. Um, what am I doing here?
I'm going to just let this dry now. I don't know. Um, I
I
feel
wouldn't
like
put
I
my,
want to
yeah.
do something else on it before I Mod Podge it,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not sure what, besides putting a title in there. But I haven't printed off my thing to put in there yet.
Well, the other thing is you can always take your pages out and Mod Podge it
Later.
at a
Yeah,
later date. Yeah. It's not like it's not like the pages are going to be sewn in that you can't take it out.
exactly.
So,
Um, okay, I just felt a something right there. I felt something that wasn't glued down.
okay. All right.
Thank you, Janet. I'm gonna run in the house and get the papers for this first breed study so you can kind of see what they're gonna look like.
Okay, sounds like a plan. What's really bad, Rhonda, is I don't think I've used much of what I got when I was on my trip. I have been so busy, busy, busy that I just haven't used it. Okay, this one's going to have these kind of papers. Did I? Apparently, I only have one of this. Okay, well, that's all right. I can cut another piece. As soon as it cools down, Picola is coming over and we're going to do some more. We're going to do some coffee dyeing outdoors. Yes, it is. I am a very bad child. I am bad. It's just bad, bad, bad. I've been a little busy, just a little busy. Of course, we haven't been home very much, not very long, and that is really driving me bananas. Whatever I did to cut my finger. Uh-huh.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
Yeah. I've got one of those little pieces of skin right there at the edge of my fingernail.
Oh, that's not fun.
those nasty little thingies that make you irritable. Irritable. Yep, yep, yep.
Okay, I've got to try to
But
move
that's
this
not
stuff.
hard for me to do is to get irritable. Oh, wait a minute. We'll just make you big so
Oh,
we
okay.
can see it. Yes. Uh-huh. It'll be way easier. That way everybody can see everything. Okay.
Okay. Um, here are the two little weavings I did. This one on this little loom, and then this one on a piece of cardboard with these yarns. And this is the all the different colors of fleece that were in my Romney fleece. So it's got everything from light gray to really dark. Um,
So
and it's
there's no
really kind of a
dye in that.
brown
That was
gray.
there's
Do
no
what?
dye in that. There's no dye in that one. It was strictly
The
the
fleece.
fleece, the
Yeah.
color of the fleece. Mhm.
Yeah. And this is the waste after I combed through the fibers to make a preparation to spin this. This was what was the waste that was left over. So I just spun it into a yarn too. I thought this would be fun in tapestries, like for tree bark and stuff like that.
Oh, that's gorgeous. Uh-huh.
And this is the little weaving I did with that, and this is the weaving I did with this yarn. This this is not as soft to feel against your skin as this one. But anyway, I was just going to show you. Here's the. It'll be like this. I'll have 2 pages for each one, and I'm gonna have. I'm not sure yet. I've still got to figure this out where I'm gonna put my samples because I've also got samples of the fleece. And let me find those.
Yeah, because
Here's some different
that
colors in
kind
the
of visually
fleece.
lets you see the now some of those you could put on cards to put in your pocket.
Yeah, I thought about doing that, but I was planning to just stick this information
Uh-huh.
in the pocket.
Oh,
This is
uh-huh.
my research.
On that
Um,
on that particular breed.
yeah, but
Okay.
I thought I would. Okay, what did I do with that other little piece?
Uh-oh, don't lose it.
I threw it somewhere probably. Oh, here it is. But these were the different kinds, and there was some colors in between these two colors in there, um, but these were the different kinds of fleece in that one different kinds of staples in that one fleece. And so I thought I could do something with them like this.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And these of course won't be in the book, but and then right here I'm going to write the history and the information that I got out of this book um, on here, and then stick this in the pocket. That was my first plan.
Mm, okay.
I'm not positive. I wrote down what I thought about the yarn and what I thought I might use it for, and how much um, how much yardage I got out of how many ounces and all of that. And this is the first little bit of this fleece that I've played with. I've still got several pounds left, so I can work on a project next. But this has been a fun project. These are what I'm using for wraps per inch cards,
Mm-hmm.
so you can just see a sample of what the yarn looks like
And wrapped on an 1 inch
wrapped on.
card. Yeah.
Yeah, and I may do some of them where I crochet the samples if it's something I think I might make a scarf or something out of. But anyway, this is my first one, so I'm still kind of trying to refine what I'm doing.
Julie has an idea that might be a really neat idea, and that is to use a plastic page with pockets. You know those the ones for baseball cards that ATCs fit in?
Oh yeah, that
It
is
could
a good
go
idea.
it would go in between your two other pages, and you
Yeah,
could put them in without any card or anything, and that way you could see both sides.
Yeah. These I could put in there, and then these I could go ahead and stick on, glue
Right.
on here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I need to get some of those. I
And
don't
that
have
and
any
it
of
would
those.
go it could go right between the two pages that
Yeah,
you've already
that's an
got.
excellent idea. Thank you so much, Julie.
And they have, I think they have 9 pockets on them. So if you ended up with some other little bit of something that you wanted
Yeah,
to stick in,
I could
you
make
know,
crochet samples too if I want to,
if you want to, yeah.
or I could put these little bits that I've just kind of done like a mini skein
Uh-huh.
in a pocket instead of having them hang from this. In my other book where I'm just doing chronicling my spinning, I don't do this. I just do this.
Mhm.
So anyway, that's a good thought.
And
Hmm.
you would have open pockets in case you wanted to add something down the road, like your crochet samples, or and
Yeah.
even with a crocheted sample, you'd still have a another pocket or so that you could add something if you found you needed to add something.
True. True.
So,
Hmm.
and they're usually sold like baseball card thingies.
Yeah. I think I can
ATC,
probably find some at Hobby Lobby or Amazon.
yeah, you can buy them at Walmart.
Oh, well, I go there
Uh, I'm pretty
way more
sure that you
often
can.
than I go to Hobby Lobby. So
Um, I'm pretty sure in the past I've bought them at Walmart. Now what section were
that's
they
true.
in?
Some she says there are some that have pockets big enough to put photographs in.
Yes, yes. Although the smaller ones, the baseball card size ones, would fit your samples a little better, and you'd have.
Yeah, getting them in and out though might be more difficult.
I don't think so. They're pretty good size. Let me. Oh, where's that book? Huh. Okay.
I'm going to be sharing at our guild meeting on Thursday night this project and what I'm going to be doing as well as the one that I have gotten done. So I've got to get this finished before Thursday night. Um,
Huh. I thought I had a book of ATCs right there, and it's not there. So what did I do with stuff? Oh my
oh, that's
goodness.
so
This
sweet,
is
Teresa. But don't worry about that. I think I can if my son has some
oh
cards that he collects that I
yep,
can give him the pockets if I don't want them.
yeah.
So I'm not going to take any of his pockets, but I can give him my extra if I decide I don't like it. I can give him my pockets. But um, hi Janice.
Hi Janice.
But it was
The
sweet of you
one
to offer, Teresa.
the one thing I was thinking about this particular size pocket
Yeah,
is that I know that they fit in the size notebook you have.
yeah,
That's the thing, is that I know that they fit in the size notebook you had. Now these are pretty heavy, but I think I've had some. Yeah, these are a little bit lighter weight, but they're still pretty good sized thing. I mean, if you think about it, an ATC will fit in there.
yeah.
So
Oh, okay,
I
Teresa. Thank you. Yeah, that's true. Okay.
yeah. So and then like she said, like you say, if you don't like it, Ethan could probably use them.
Yeah.
You know what? I bet you he's got one that you could borrow to see if you liked it. Oh,
Well, I don't actually know that he has any empty ones.
okay.
Um, and he's been buying lately. He's been buying the individual protective covers
Oh, mm-hmm.
for his collectible cards
Yeah,
because they protect them, even better.
better. Yeah,
And I can check and see if he has any, but I think that when he used up what he had, he started doing that.
started doing
So
something different.
yeah. But I think, I mean, I think that's a good idea because I think I can easily, do 5 or 6 things out of the 9 pockets without
Right.
any trouble for
Yeah,
every
and
fleece. So,
for every fleece. And then if you don't use the pocket, no big deal. And hi, Barbara's back.
hey, Barbara.
Oh, well, that was a good thing. So, um, and if
Janice says
you
she has postcard photo pages that fit in a 3 ring binder.
okay, postcard photo pages
And I think that's what Teresa was talking about.
talking about, yeah. Well, a postcard is about the same size as a 4 by 6 photo, I think. So,
Yeah.
um, the other thing is how they go in, because a lot of the photo pages go in from the side,
Yeah.
which
And if they
I
go in
find,
from the middle to the outside, that'll be fine. But if they
yeah,
go in from the outside in, that wouldn't be as good. Yes,
yeah,
Janice, I'm doing a breed study on different breeds of sheep, and I'm working from a fleece for each breed. Most of them I'm just buying little pieces of a fleece, not a whole fleece, because I don't know if it's something I'm going to like to spin or not. And you can get a piece of a fleece for $10 or $15 rather than spending 100 for a fleece and then not liking it. So, um,
Teresa said hers go from the top. So yeah, my
okay.
piece of a fleece, I liked that. It, I really did. I
Yeah.
liked that.
I'm glad that you can
Okay.
do that now. You didn't used to be able to. Everybody sold a whole fleece or that was it.
Mhm.
But anyway, I mean, I think I'm really going to enjoy this. I've got like 10 or 12 different breeds already that I've got pieces of fleece. So, and they're all washed. I just have to go through them, but I'm trying to do one breed a month. So there'll be one video per month on my channel that is dedicated to the breed study. So, and it may take me several years to get it finished doing it that way, but I'd rather do it that way and really enjoy each one than try to rush through them and feel like I'm on some kind of deadline that's looming or something. So,
Well, but not only that, then it gives you time to really study them. I mean,
yeah.
and do the research and all that kind of thing too, because that takes time. So,
Okay. Now then,
and learn, and like Teresa says, and learn from the experience. That's
that's
right.
right. That's right.
Hmm.
Learn from the experience. Anyway, these I already learned something from this experience, and that is my yarn was too fine for this loom, and I thought this was going to be perfect. So,
Too
because this,
fine for that loom. Wow.
yeah, because it was packing and you can't really see the weft, and I really wanted a balanced weave, and it's not a
Hmm.
balanced weave; it's a weft faced weave. So, next time if I spin it this fine, I'm going to put
Oh, okay.
two warps and then just put like one weft so that I can see the warp. Anyway, that's something to play with. But you can also I made one, out of cardboard for this one because it was too fat to go in that little loom. But the yarn was too fat. So I have a little cardboard one that I can use for fat yarn. Anyway,
Well, that also tells you a little bit about your spinning too. And when you show those little pieces and you see and the note to self so that you remember it 2 years from now is that on this particular loom, this spun weight was too fine and you ended up with this, where this spun weight was a little fluffy and you had to go to the cardboard loom. Those kind of notes, you know, it does tell you even more.
that's true. That's true.
So,
And one thing about different types of fleece, um, do better prepared different ways and spun different ways. Like
Hmm.
this is the same fleece. This was carded and spun worsted. So it's a true worsted yarn. This was the waist, and I just spun it from a cloud. I just held a bunch of fiber in my hand and spun it. And I spun it a woolen spin. So this is so there's two different ways to spin this same fiber, but they're not and there are more. There are other ways you could do it too. I could make it fatter and spin it semi worsted, which is halfway in
Hmm.
between these, you know. So there's a lot of things you could play with, and that might be something that I do and then add in later when I play with the fleece some more, you know,
Right,
because
right.
this is one that Hannah and I bought a 6 pound fleece and we split it. So, well, I gave her half of it for a birthday, but anyway, it is fun, and my favorite thing to do. I've said this before. I'm sure you've heard me say it. My favorite thing to do is learn new things.
Right.
Um, so I can do that with this. Okay, where do I want to put this now that I've got it out here?
Now, there's a channel you said you're following along with. How many fleeces a month are they planning to do, or
I
have
think
they?
they're doing 1 to 2. She said they were going to do Romney in August and then Horned Dorset in August and September. So I guess they're like taking 2 or 3 weeks to do each one rather than a full
Hmm.
month. So I may get behind them at some point. Of course, almost finished this one, so before the month's over, I can start on the next one. So I may not be too far behind them.
Yeah. Well,
But
and
I
it's
do have
it's
bits of
not it's
fleece
not
for the
a
first six they're doing. So
okay. So you've got what you need in case
yeah,
to keep up with them for.
I just need to get this one finished so I can move on to the next one. But anyway, that's fun. Okay, I was gonna do something else after I finished this.
And you can't remember what it was.
I can't remember what it was.
Well, I'm glad I'm not the only person. If I go to
Yeah,
the kitchen one more time and not know what I'm in there for, it's just I don't know. I just don't know. Thank you, Janet. Yep. Um.
I thought I had a plan to do after that, but I cannot remember what it was.
Well, do you want to work on your Dana book like I'm working on my Dana book? I'm calling it a Dana book because that she inspired them.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm calling mine too. I think I called it my Dana Happy Mail book
Uh-huh.
journal. I think I called it a journal, but um, I don't know why because I never go back and journal in them.
Oh no. Yeah. If I'm going to
Oh,
write on something, it has to be what? You
I
know what
remember
you were
what.
going to do? Aha. Okay. She just had to think about it. Okay,
Yeah.
so there are those. Let's see. We're going to put those. Okay, 3 pages. 4, 5, 6, 7. So we'll put that 3 pages in. So what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? I'm doing 2 signatures, guys. So, and I rearranged these because I didn't like this really thin paper on the outside.
I started these little books
Oh, oh
and I
yes, I
never did
remember.
go ahead and finish them. So,
There you go. And they're cute.
yeah, I think they're going to make really cute little journals.
Okay, it's raining again.
again. And we're dry
Again.
again. Oh, oh, I need to do this too.
What are those?
Well, this is where I did the first three parts of journaling by fives,
Mm. Mm-hmm.
and it was just cardboard on the back, and so I glued painty papers on the back of them
Okay.
so that the back could be finished before I
Okay.
decide what I'm going to do on the front. I think that's actually what I want to do. Y'all have seen me buying books before. I gotta
Well, and you
figure out
gotta
where all
trim
the
those. You
papers are
gotta
for
trim
those.
that painty paper off, I guess. Okay.
Huh.
2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I couldn't do this anyway because I can't find the papers that go in them. The signatures. I put them somewhere so they would be safe. Yeah.
Hot, almost 90. Yeah, that's pretty hot. We're well
Oh,
over
we're at
90.
98 right now.
No, I'm sure we were. Jeff told me that the heat index was supposed to be 105, but I thought I heard it was supposed to be higher than that. But see, it's like walking into a sauna every time you step out the door.
I
So,
bet. That's one
um,
thing that's nice about here. You don't have that. You have the high temperature, but you don't have the humidity.
the humidity and the
It's more
humidity.
humid than it used to be, even though we don't get rain as much as we used to. I know that sounds like it doesn't make sense, um, but
Oh,
it's not. Okay, I don't think scissors are the way to go with this.
well, I think that's going to be just about right because by the time I add stuffs in there, it's going to be full up. So, but there's my
Full
little
up.
pocket, it, paper bag pocket. Okay, why are you stuck? You're not supposed to be stuck. Oh no, why are you stuck?
Uh-oh.
What did you do, Tanya? When I glued the
Oh, thanks for
tissue.
coming, Linda.
Bye,
Have a good
Linda,
rest of
hon.
your day.
Okay, when I glued the tissue paper on, apparently I let it get stuck together. It's all right.
Uh-oh.
I saved it. I saved it. I saved it.
Okay, good. I
Let's
figured
make
you
sure this
could.
one is not stuck because I don't want them stuck. Okay. All right. So now it's a pocket that opens up like that.
Mhm.
All right. But now I need to sew them in. And I was thinking about sewing it with that ribbon, but I think not. I think that if I did that, I would not be happy. So Jen's at 96. Hot and humid. Terrible. Yep. Thanks, Dana. Well, it's all those papers you sent me. Isn't it cute? And then these are the signatures. Now, these are papers I had, but then I'm going to use more of the papers you sent me to make taggies and stuff. Oh, Kathleen's there. She's lurking. Hi, Kathleen.
Hi, Kathleen.
So I think I better go get my cord. Do I have cord in here? I might have a piece in here. Let's see what we got. Ooh, how about that? There's a piece of brown right there. Not big enough. Okay, that's all right. Because I think I want brown. I don't think I want cream. Go find the brown. Be right back.
Okay.
You love what we're all doing? Oh, good. I'm glad. You just gotta play with it. Play with your stuff sometimes. Gotta play with your stuff.
Yeah. Well, I really enjoyed going the first 3 rounds of this journaling by fives when we did that in the hop. And
Mm-hmm.
that's what this is from. But I didn't really want to finish it. I wanted to be more deliberate about how I finished it because I liked it where it was at so good.
Yep.
So, um,
Okay, I'm gonna tell you what.
okay,
That
tell
rain
me
is
what.
coming in sideways. It is raining on my windows, and I have like a 3 foot overhang.
Wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I have to cut these twice because I can't see from the back until I get it close. And if I cut it from the front, it leaves an edge of paper from the back because they're so thick. So I have to cut it once from the front and once from the back. Didn't know it was going to be so difficult.
It's never easy, Lisa. Never.
That's true.
Oh, and this is lovely. Guess what? The brown's
What?
not in there. The brown's not in there. There's some brown. It's probably on this table somewhere. Because I know I
Well,
have
once
a
I do
second.
it both ways, it looks nice. So, oh, you were going for brown thread
Yes.
or
I mean, I
string
have
or whatever.
for brown wax linen. That's what I was looking for was brown wax linen. Um, I could do black, I suppose, but I think I like the brown on there. There's enough black in these papers to make it okay.
Yeah, it'd be
Excuse
good
me.
either
I
way.
apologize. I had to get up before daylight again this morning.
Oh, I didn't have to, but I did. I woke up about 4 and couldn't go back to sleep. I should have come and took your
5:15.
mom, then you could have rested
Oh,
since I couldn't
well,
sleep anyway.
there you go. Hi, Melissa. I was awake before my alarm, but it was about 5:15. So, okay, we have to decide where we're going to put these little holes. We have to have a pencil. Glad you're here, Melissa. Okay, let's see here now. We got two.
Hi, Melissa.
Let's see, I have about a 1/2 inch spine. So that means about 1/8 of an inch in. And of course, I can't see this. Uh-huh. Okay. Oh, that is going to be a bear. I guess I could poke the holes from the outside, make it easier to see. That might work, mightn't it?
Yep.
Yep. No, it's not as accurate. I need to do it from in here. Okay, so. Okay. Well, that's an interesting piece of
Okay, well,
stuff.
this is going to take a while.
That's okay. Well, that's all right. It's one of those things that needs to get done, right?
That's true. That is
Okay, what
true.
I did was because I couldn't see the line, the fold, I put a piece of washi tape so I can see the fold because
Oh, that's smart.
Okay, now we got 2.5, 2 3/4. It's about 2 3/4, and the eighth inch, 16th inch, 8th inch mark. Hmm.
These pieces of cardboard I worked on here were something I got at the thrift store in a bag for a quarter. They had all these pieces of mat board that somebody had cut these pieces out of them to make frames,
Oh, uh-huh. Yep.
and they cut them by hand. You can tell because they're as unstraight as they would have been if I had cut them. And so,
Uh-huh.
so I thought, well, I can use those for something.
Yep, there you go. Okay, we're gonna do 0, 2 1/4, and 2 1/4. Okay. Now, if we take our tape off, that works, and put it back on the same fold line on the other side. The deal is that the fold line is brown, so you can't see it very well. At least I
Yeah,
can't today. Jeff is so quiet in there. I think he may have gone to sleep.
I think I'm
He had to
hearing.
get. Oh, you're hearing thunder. Yep, it's thundering. That's actually pretty quiet compared to what it's been like around here.
I tell you, the other day, I can't remember exactly what day it was, but there was just thunder. Just, I mean, it was ridiculous how much thunder we had. And I thought, wow, we must really be getting a lot of rain. And the wind was blowing, and and I looked out there. It was not even sprinkling. It was just thundering. That's it.
Mm.
It was a true thunderstorm. It was about an hour later. It started raining, and it rained 7/10 of an inch in 20 minutes and stopped. So we were happy to have it
Uh,
though.
Barbara, Brittany asked about the journal. Shannon Green, look up Shannon Green journaling by fives, and the prompts are on hers for sure. I can't remember exactly what the order is, but it's like collage, paint, uh, different kinds of things. And okay, bye, Cindy.
Bye,
Um,
Cindy. Thanks for
that
coming.
but I just don't remember what the different steps are. So I don't want to tell you because then I would have it all backwards, I'm sure. And yeah, he doesn't snore as much as he used to, Teresa. So I don't know that that's him.
No, that's not snoring.
No.
Okay.
Okay. There are my dots
I
on
only have
there.
20 of these to do, and I've done 4. Um, So this is probably what I'll be doing for the next hour.
Okay. Well, that's all right. I'm perfectly content with that.
Okay.
My project is not moving along real fast.
Yeah,
Okay,
well, I
I
wanted to
need.
save my Dana journal for Monday nights. So
Oh,
I know
I
what I'm doing on Monday nights and I don't have to
you don't have to think
I
about
don't
it,
want
do
to get
you?
it done so fast I have to come up with something to do on Monday nights. So how's that for lazy?
Okay, that is perfectly fine with me. I'm good with that. Okay. For some reason today, I'm going to need paper clips. I don't know exactly why, but probably because they are just being a little bit off or something. I don't know.
We've had some thunder snow, and that's kind of an
Oh yeah,
interesting phenomenon.
I've been around that before.
But it's really weird to hear it and it's not doing anything except thundering. That's what shocked me because I really thought, oh, we're getting some good rain, but no.
Are you sure you're not hearing my thunder?
No, I'm hearing yours now. It was just that's what reminded me of that day when a few
When
days
it
ago when we got all
when
the
it
thunder and no rain.
thunder and no rain. Okay.
I mean, you could hear it. It was shaking the house. It was thundering so much,
Yeah,
but it
this is
was not
shaking the
raining.
house. This is definitely shaking the house. Yeah, now I got 4 of them out. Oh, thank you, Barbara. All the tests, blood pressure, oxygen, sugar, all good. So still trying to figure it out. Okay, well, at least they've got that far done.
That's right. Well, we like hearing that things are good.
Well, I did tell you Mama was good this morning, didn't I?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They're even going to take her off some medicine.
Yep. Yep. Partially because her sugar does not need to be as controlled as tightly as um she's been controlling it.
Yeah.
If she was 70, it would be different. She's not. She's 90. So he she Debbie said her sugar needs to be up a little higher than it is. I mean, yes, for a 70-year-old, she had perfect numbers. For a 90-year-old, it would be better if she was up a little. So, and I just assume that because a couple of times in the last month she's been a little low in the morning.
Yeah.
So, but all
Especially
of
since she
her,
lives by herself, that can be
yep,
scary.
yep. Debbie said mom's cholesterol was better than hers. So that's a good thing. And mom's blood pressure was up a little when we got in the office, but it was still very good. So
Well, and
that's
that's, I mean, the stress of going to the doctor will do that to you. So,
well, especially for mom because she has to get out and walk that far.
yeah.
No, she doesn't. Um, the guys would meet her at the car and take her upstairs in a wheelchair. We have the clinic that we go to is very good about that. If I when I drop her off at the door, they're usually right there to open the door, make sure she gets out of the car okay. I Some days like today because we were early, I got out and was around the car before he came outside. Oh well, that's
Yeah.
good. I only poked holes in those two. I don't have the other thing. Um, but she doesn't like to get in the wheelchair, so she walks upstairs. Well, she didn't go up the stairs. Goes to the elevator, but um, and it's fine because she needs that exercise. But at the same time, it does make her more. She's exercised, so which is good. She needs it. Ton of rain, lots of flooding. Did it get in your basement, Janet? I meant to ask you that. It sounded like you hadn't lost power, um, or didn't have wasn't without power for a long time, at least. First 20-page journal part. There's only one page I didn't like. The other 19 I really did like a lot. I was astonished. Well, there you go. That is a really pretty card, Lisa.
Yeah, I love
Um,
these. They're too big for
mhm.
postcards. otherwise they would be fun postcards to send out. But so I'll probably end up binding them as a, single page binding into a
Well, you
journal when
know,
I'm done.
you can send them as a postcard. You just have to pay more for it.
Oh, okay.
Um, you they'll have to go with at least a letter stamp on it
Yeah. Of course,
because
I went and put
okay,
stuff like this on the back.
on the back, so it's gonna be hard to read write on. Um, what do I want to say? Okay, you know those advertising postcards that come in the mail?
Right.
They're huge.
That's true.
It just costs more.
Okay. Well, I guess I thought they had that that the problem was because they were personal and not business or something. I don't know what I thought.
I
Because
think
I
it's
do get those
the
kind of postcards all the time.
right. It's more the for for a postcard stamp price. You have to have a certain size.
Okay.
That I believe is correct. I will not make absolute guarantees on nothing these days, but I am pretty sure.
Well, it makes sense if you can. I mean, you can send almost anything if it's got an address on it. So,
Yep, yep. It just might be the cost of the postage. Because if it becomes non-machinable, there's a an extra thing you have to pay for that. And
yeah, and this was
um,
is really hard. It would not be machinable. It would
it's
not be.
hard is probably okay. It's more about dimension,
Oh, yeah. Well, it's not thin thick. It's just very,
crunchy.
yeah. I had forgotten about, but it's fun just to go back and look at these papers that I put on the back. Some of them are from book pages, so I can just tear them like this, which is nice, and
Nice.
then go back
Uh-huh.
and trim them. But
Barbara, it's not a speed test. That's the thing. It's not a speed test, so it doesn't matter if it takes you an hour and a half. It really doesn't. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Okay, let's see here.
are you talking about JB5s?
No, she said her little journal page was
Oh,
very. It took an hour and a half Sunday,
I was
but
gonna
it was
say
a
I know
pretty
the journaling by
page.
fives. The speed is a recommended thing just to help you stop agonizing over every step. But
Yeah,
even that is not necessarily a hard and fast rule that has to be followed, or the
right.
JB5 police will come get you.
Do they have JB5 police? Oh
Nope,
my, I'm
they
in
don't.
trouble if they
I
do.
mean, there may be some people who've made themselves into JB5 police, but Shannon would say there are no JB5 police,
Well,
and
I'm
it's her
glad.
deal. So
Yep. Hmm.
she wants to encourage you, not bind you by rules to where it defeats you.
There you go. Okay, we need a little more. There we go.
It was fun, Barbara. It sure was.
That whole hop was one of Mary's hops, and it was February 1st, 2021. Yeah, and I think it was on Sunday because I was not involved in that one.
Yeah, I think it was a Sunday night hop. I
Yeah.
mean, a Sunday. It was. They had a session in the morning or in the early afternoon, a session at night, or anyway. I was in the
Something.
night one. I'll just say that. But it was fun. I just never went any further with it because I was so happy with it the way it was, and I didn't want to rush through whatever I did on top of it.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
since it's
I may be sorry I didn't do this before. I put that in there.
since I was only step 3, I could make that choice.
Do I want? I'm thinking I might want an eyelet right there.
To put some blingy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to get that eyelet in there, I probably need to do it before I sew these in.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
Depending on how close they reach to the edge, it could still be done, but it'll be easier
Well,
now.
yeah, and I haven't tied it, and I can take it back off, so it's not a big deal. I just that's true, Janet. The steps alone work really well. That's a big thing is that the steps work well for thinking about journals, doing journals. Okay, do I have an eyelet in this room? I do have an eyelet in this room. How about that? You don't have to go to the other side of the world to find an eyelet.
That's okay, Brittany. You
What's
don't
going
have
on?
to. They're completed when you stop working in them. If
That
you want to add more, you can. If you don't, you don't have to.
that's right. Oh, looky, I have a little flower eyelet.
Oh, cute.
It's got a little flower. I think that's what we'll use. But do I want the copper one or
Yes.
the antique But then I'll not have any copper eyelets when we get all done. Hello, Jacqueline. I'm glad you're here.
Hi, Jacqueline. No, the
Okay.
antique color probably would be better. I
Well,
just love copper.
I know I do, but I'm just thinking that okay, this kind of brownie one might be better than the bright coppery one
I agree. I agree.
for
Wish you could
those
ink up the
papers.
bright copper one and brownie it up a little bit, but you've got a brown one, so you might as well use it.
There you go. Mhm, mhm. But I knew you would tell me I needed the copper one. I already knew that. That's just kind of like, huh, okay. Why did I bother to ask?
Exactly.
Okay, but now I hope this is the right size because I hate this thing when it doesn't work right. Where's a scrappy? Here's a scrappy. Okay. All right. Well, that looks right. Okay. Well, we're gonna hope for the best.
Okay.
Okay. And we're gonna just wing where the hole is because
Oh, that would be fun, Janet. She
what?
said do JBS with a friend where you mail your book to each other for the next step.
Oh yeah, that would be fun. Mhm. Or just the 20 pages. That's right. Mhm. That would be fun. Okay. Traveling journals. Okay, why are you not going in? Come
I
on.
was doing that um boomerang journal
Yeah. Mhm.
and I sent mine off about 2 or 3 months ago and I never got hers and never heard from her back. I've emailed her. I'm a little
Huh.
concerned. I hope she's okay.
Yeah.
I don't really care that much about the journal. I just want her to be okay, and it scares me
Be
that
okay.
I've
Yeah.
emailed her and she hasn't emailed me back. And anyway,
Well,
um,
especially, not knowing.
yeah. Well, I only knew her through Jenny Belly's website, so it wasn't. I don't want to know her on Facebook or I
Yeah.
just we just emailed each other. And anyway, I don't know what to do besides just pray for her and hope she's okay. I would a lot rather her life just got too busy and she couldn't do it, but it
That's
concerns
yes.
me when she doesn't answer my emails. Yeah, the last traveling journals got hijacked in Germany. No, that wasn't very nice.
Well, it's not perfect, but it's not too bad. And if
Well,
I'm
nobody's going to
attaching,
be looking at the eyelet. They're going to look at what you hang off of it. So,
well, that's it. The whole point of the eyelet is to make sure that what I hang off of it doesn't rip through the paper, and by the time I
right.
fill that up, it will be just fine. So now I need to make sure I get my books in right side up.
Yes. Do you have any papers that really matters?
Yes. Okay. Kathleen said, "That's what I thought, Tanya. Why did you ask?" Oh, I missed what I was talking about.
Oh, about the copper, imagine.
Oh, okay. Why did I ask? Okay, because I was going to do what I wanted to anyways, right? Mm. I wonder if the tea fairy is up to getting me tea.
Well, you need to get up every once in a while.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Honey, could you fill this up? Thank you.
Well, the journals that we were sending in this boomerang journal thing um, were just three pieces of paper made into a journal. So they weren't going to be real heavy even after you added stuff to them. Of course, we sent gifts back and forth with them. So the postage was more, but you don't have to do that. You can just do a journal.
Oh, you know what would be fun?
What?
To send a zine, a single sheet of copy paper folded, and each person do one tiny little page.
Oh, that would be fun.
Okay, we might have to do that, guys, because I think that would be fun. Problem is, if we are going to go off on our trip, I don't want to do it right now because I won't be here to really participate
Yeah.
or sort it out. So it'll have to be done when I get back. Thank you, sweetie. I appreciate it. It's so funny seeing him in shoes in the house.
That was the worst part when I had plantar fasciitis was I had to wear shoes. I hated that so much.
And see, I wear shoes until after dinner when I sit down and put my feet up. Okay, Brittany says that she loves the idea. Well, I'll figure something out and I'll do a video, but it will come out while I'm gone and then we'll do it when I get home. I'll figure out sort of the rules.
Hi,
But
Lola.
at least
So
hi
good to
Lola.
see you.
We need um we need 8 people basically per 8 people per
Group.
swap because
Yeah.
per group, because you can put a zine in a standard size envelope with a standard size post stamp. So um, okay, all right. Um,
It would also fit like in just one of those thank you card envelopes.
yes, it would. Yes, it would. Oh, that's upside down. See. Yes, when I put that tissue paper in there, it has to be right side up.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I forgot about the tissue paper.
Um,
I was just trying to think about the papers you used and did it
yeah,
really matter?
it didn't until I put that tissue paper on there. So,
Well, there's always one that makes you have to be careful.
okay. Been watching on a large screen like I do when I'm packing, so I couldn't comment. Aha. When Lisa got tired last night, I was thankful. I was like, oh, I'm going to have to go lay down. And if I go lay down, I won't be able to comment because it's so hard to comment on my phone.
Yeah, I don't like to comment on the phone either.
It,
In
it,
fact, most of the time, unless I'm out waiting on somebody in the car, I don't
hmm
even get on my phone on YouTube. Um,
Yeah. Well, I do sometimes when I want to watch you or Mary or somebody live, but there's a point when I have to go make myself the horizontal.
yeah.
And when that happens lately, then it sounds like your voice is doing what it was doing last night, dear.
A little bit, not as bad as last night,
Okay.
but probably by four
Oh,
4:15 we need to
okay. That sounds like a
decide we're done.
plan. That's perfect because I need to get off here and figure out dinner. And since of course, I have figured it out. I just have to go figure out when I have to turn it on. It's when it comes out of a box, it's like I don't do that very often, but tonight it's coming out of a box. I I fed Jeff really well yesterday, so tonight he's gonna get a lasagna that's in a box.
Well, that is one food that the Stouffer's brand that I
Yep.
liked out of the box was
Mhm.
lasagna. There aren't many of those kinds of things I enjoyed out of the box, but that's one of them.
Yep, that's one
It's
of the.
not as good as mom's or the one that I make, but it's so much easier.
Yep.
Lasagna is
Yeah, that's
labor intensive.
yeah. Lasagna takes a lot of work. So, um, but yes, that's the one thing, and I we don't do it very often. I mean, rarely do I fix that kind of food.
Yeah. I
And
can't
like
even
I said,
remember last time I had one. I wish you hadn't said that because now it sounds good.
well, and Sam's fixes a really big one, makes a really big one,
Yeah.
and so what happens is usually I fix it, and then I put a couple of servings out for mom, and then we have leftovers too. So it's always, vegetarian lasagna out of the box.
Brittany has a question for you.
Okay. Would you scan them and upload them so we can print them out and have them for ourselves once all 8 people have done it and you get it back? Ooh,
Well, you could do that if the person who's last, if everybody has a scanner.
yeah.
A lot of people don't, or I guess you could take a picture of it with your phone.
Well, I think she was thinking that because I was thinking about not about you're only getting back yours.
That's what I thought too. Yeah.
Yeah. The only concern I have about Brittany, is that's a lot of ink.
Yeah, it would be. And then you got however many times 8 that would have to be mailed to somebody, and
Right.
I think that's too much.
Yeah. What now?
Homemade
If
bacon
each
gravy with toast. Ooh.
Ooh, I am going to her house for dinner.
And then they had the gravy with homemade chicken and baked potatoes. Today
So it
leftovers.
would
That
be like a
all sounds good.
round robin where we send up 8 of them to 8 people. Ooh, that might be a better option. Huh. Or we could do 4 people. Hmm. Hmm. I'm going to have to think about this one.
I don't think anybody would want to have to do 8 every month or however often you do that.
Yeah, I think that would be difficult.
I mean, you're always going to have somebody else's
Yeah,
in the rotation, so you would have one to work on each time you send it.
it would go back to the person who did the
Each
front cover.
Yeah, each person sends out one to
Right.
the next person in line, and then so everybody's sending out one and everybody gets one at the end. So
Right.
you get a chance to work on all 8 people's thing.
Right. And then that's what I was thinking. And then you get back the one that
You
you
send out.
started from the beginning. And that way, if the person who starts it does the cover, then and see the cover is going to give the next person an idea about what they're going to do. Let me think about it, Brittany. I'll just have to think about it because that's, it's just, that's the first part. That's the first time I've even thought about doing that. But it would be fun, and it would be basically you'd have to use about 8 stamps. And so it wouldn't be horribly expensive to do. Oh, Janet's going, I think. Night, Janet.
Hi, Janet. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for being here, hon. Okay, come here. Oh, doggone it. My sewing
That doesn't
skills
sound
today
good.
are not, my sewing skills are just, they're not going very well today. There we go. Now I got it. It's probably because I decided to do this the right way instead of my way. I only punched 3 holes. I didn't go around the bottom and the top. I did it just the normal 3-hole pamphlet stitch. So it's just not working. Yeah, it'll be fun however it works. That's true. I think that'll be fun. We're definitely going to do that when I get back. Definitely. Well, if Jeff's foot doesn't clear up, we probably aren't going to make the same trip we planned on making.
Yeah, that would be difficult. All right. I hope it'll
Yeah,
clear up.
because um, that thing we're going to do is going to be 4 days of hard walking. Thank you, Lala. It is paper that Dana sent to me. Cardstock. It's I still have some to make tags and whatnot out of. Of course, I have lots of pieces because I cut it up. But
The
and
substrate for
it's
her cover is a wine bag.
yes, it's a wine bag. Mhm. So we got pockets, and we got pockets in here too. So we can put stuffs in there. And this is going to be its um, clasp. Okay.
I was at the thrift store the other day and they had a bag of leather strips,
Uh huh.
and I really wanted to buy it, but they had $10 on it, and I was like, I
Ooh.
don't want to spend $10. It was a lot. It was a big bag with a lot of strips in it,
But yeah,
but if I
that
had
sounds
remembered what you were doing there, I might have. Of course, you don't have the um. If you just buy the strips, then you don't have the clasp.
no. Um. Well, and I went to get a paper bag, Lala, because I decided I was going to do a paper bag journal, and this one happened to be in my stash of paper bags. It actually had a receipt still in it, and it fit the paper so perfectly. Uh, that was amazing how the paper just fit on it real well. So, um, okay, so now I'm not sure whether I want to put this on here
Yeah,
right now or
the watch
stop.
band's really cool. I agree.
Yeah, it's actually one that Mom wore out, or I wore out. I might have worn it out. I used to wear a watch. I lost it on one of my trips back and forth from South Dakota. Do I want to try to put that on there right now? If I do, then it will be done. I was thinking I wanted to put some other little decorations on the front, though. So I may wait to put that on just to be sure that I don't want to put something else under there.
Yeah, don't be premature. It's
Well,
not a
and
race.
that's right. It's not a race. Is that pine trees on there?
Uh huh.
Those are cool. Oh, that's that dye you got, isn't it?
Uh huh.
Okay.
Well, no, that one may have been a stencil.
Okay.
No, I'm not sure. I got a die and a stencil at the same time, but both of them were trees. And I
Okay.
did cut, keep the backing from some of the
Mhm.
die cuts to use as a stencil. So I'm not 100% sure which one that is.
Okay. But for paper for the signatures, I used some coffee dyed paper, some masking paper from a paint shop. This is, I think this one is actually avocado dyed, but it turn out real pink. This is a little bag, more paper. So we've got some good writing spaces. Now I have to make tags. I think that's the next thing I'm going to do is make tags. The other thing is about this is I may find I need to put it in a different, up or more because of the tags. I may have to put it up higher, like so, so that
Yeah, definitely
the,
wait till you get those everything done. I think that should be
the
the last thing you do,
tags go in there.
just in case.
Yeah, just in case. So funny what I used to look at and wish I could recycle. Now look forward to getting some things to craft with. Yep. Okay. Now then, I had Okay, I've got a whole pile of these little pieces that are perfect and need to be used. But I think they need to be backed because they're a little thin. Okay, now are they too big? That's the next question. Some of them are going to fit, but some are not. Okay, let's see what we can put in there. Well, that's actually perfect, but I think it's a little woggly, so I think we're going to back them with some of this scrap paper that I cut off, like this. Don't you think that will work?
Yep, I do.
I think that will work just fine. So that's one I'm going to back just as it is. This one, oh yeah, that will be cute, back just like it is.
Trying to decide if there's up and down, a top and bottom to these pages. Thanks, Barbara. Sometimes the front part needs to be a certain way, and sometimes it's the back.
Oh, mm-hmm.
And luckily, I think I was paying attention to that when I glued the backs on. Because so far it's worked out okay.
Okay, so if I put these in there like that,
Except that one.
that's cute too. So I could just back all of these, I think, all of these little pieces and just go from there. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. And after that, then we'll figure out decorations for them after they're backed. Yep. Okay. It's so cute. I really like it. It's really cute.
It is very cute. I agree.
Okay. What did Barbara say? So JB5s are really pretty. I agree.
I think I'm going to work on maybe trying to finish these
Thursday.
Thursday. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll try to find some sort of focal points for them, ink them up. Probably won't get to the point where I bind them on Thursday, but
yeah, it will just okay. So I can get those two in there. Time to go, huh? I agree.
yeah, I think so. I had fun though. I'm glad we're doing this again.
Yes, I did too. But I think it's time to go. I need to go anyways. So guys, we will be on Lisa's channel Thursday, 2 p.m. That's 4, but 2 p.m. Central Time Thursday. Oh, Helen, hello.
Hi,
Um,
Helen.
I'm sorry I didn't chat much this morning. I was trying to get back home. I sent her a picture. I was in Dollar Tree.
Oh.
Do you need this? We are
2 hours is a decent time. I think it's a decent time too. We need to
I
start
do
limiting
too.
ourselves a little bit, I think.
I think so. I think so. What I was going to say. Oh, somebody who. Oh, it was Rhonda who said I was an enabler earlier. Uh huh. Yep. Yep. Anyways, guys, we're going to go. We love y'all. We're really glad you're here. And remember, it's on Lisa's channel Thursday at 2. So
Bye
have
bye.
a wonderful evening. We'll see you then.
Keep us updated on your mom, Brittany.
Yes, do.